Hey everybody, it's Makaya and welcome back to your favorite webisodes. Let's talk. So with that being said, come on, y'all know what it is. Let's talk.
Let's sit and have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
So guys, welcome back to another installment. And before I get into what I need to say, I just want to say a big shout out to this LT squad member, Danaj. Let me tell you something, y'all. That's my cousin. We love when the family supports the family. But no, seriously, thank you for your support. Y'all know I love y'all. And let's talk. Wouldn't be nothing if there's nobody to talk to. Amen. Amen. All right, so with all of that being said, let's get into this video. So guys, I really believe this video is going to be short, sweet, and to the punch. But y'all know with me, I can be long-winded like my daddy, so we'll see how short this actually is. But today I'm coming to you with something really simple. All I want to tell somebody is the Lord is a keeper. That's it. That's all I want to tell y'all today is the Lord is a keeper. All right, let's get some background on this. Why am I telling you guys this? Oh, growing up, y'all know I've been saved majority of my life. Like, I've had thoughts of leaving Jesus, but I never left Jesus. I mean, was I perfect? No, but I didn't drink, smoke, didn't club, was a virgin until I got married. You know, I was a pretty basic Christian child. You know, I was a church girl basically my whole life. So growing up, I really felt like I didn't have anything to really share to the world because I didn't have this immaculate testimony of how I was delivered from drugs or how I was delivered from sexual immorality. Like, I didn't have this lavish testimony. Not that testimonies have to be lavish, but I was a child. Keep going with me. I felt like I didn't have these big lavish testimonies, so I didn't have anything to offer to the world. I didn't have anything much to share with them because I wasn't delivered from something major. So I remember at some point in my life having this conversation with my dad, and he said something to me. He said, you do have a pretty powerful testimony, and your testimony is that the Lord kept you. Now, what does it have to do with me coming to talk to you guys about this today? Well, earlier this week I was talking with my mom, and we were talking about something that was going on, and I got off the conversation with her, and the Lord reminded me of what my dad said to me of having the testimony of the Lord kept me. And me and the Lord started to journey with that. And I really thought about how there are a lot of people, who didn't necessarily come from the lifestyle of drugs, didn't necessarily have to go through sexual immorality, didn't necessarily have to go through all of these things. And because we don't have such big testimonies as other people who we may see put on platforms, you kind of feel like you're kind of insignificant. But knowing that the Lord is a keeper and having the testimony that the Lord kept you is a big deal. I mean, truthfully, any testimony, even if the Lord healed your big toe, that's a big deal. And so I'm here to encourage those who have the testimony of the Lord has kept me, and to encourage those that say, I haven't been kept, but I want to be kept up. I want to talk to all of you today and tell you that no matter where you are in life, no matter what you have been through, the Lord is a keeping God. We hear all the time he's a covenant keeping God, and he's a God that will keep his promises, but he's also a God that will keep you, especially if you want to be kept. See, I serve a God who will leave the 99 to go find the one. I serve a God who's married to the backslider. I serve a God, we serve a God that looks beyond our faults, that looks beyond our past and sees who he created us to be. I serve a God who looks at me more than just my mistakes, but looks at me for what my purpose is. I serve a God who sees the bigger picture in my life. And I'm here to tell you, whether you have messed up, whether you haven't messed up, the Lord will keep you. The Lord will keep you. The Lord will keep you. For those who haven't been out there, who's been saved for most of their life, who's been in church for most of their life, you don't have to feel pressured. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel like you need to go out in the world and experience the world so that you can relate to others. You don't have to feel that way. Just being a testimony of the Lord kept me is good enough. Does that make sense? Because I get it. I've been there. But to tell you the truth, the older I get, and now that I'm older and that I've experienced things in my life, I can say that I am blessed that the Lord kept me. I am blessed that I allowed him to keep me. I'm blessed that I didn't have to go through certain things, through certain experiences. And to those who have been through those experiences, to those who have backslided, to those who have been through this and been through that, the Lord can still keep you. Today, I want you to understand that there's still hope for you. Whether you have been backslid in a backslidden state, whether you haven't been in the Lord loves us, loves each and every one of us, and wants all of us to come into sonship, to come into daughtership with him. When you think about when Jesus was being crucified and he had the two thieves on both sides of him, these men were guilty, okay? These men had did some outrageous things and had murdered people, and still yet one who was willing to be kept, the Lord Jesus, said, today you shall be with me in paradise. You know, they say Jesus stands at the door and knocks. Jesus is knocking at each and every one of our hearts. And he's waiting for us to let him in. And the truth is, if you want to be kept, he will keep you. He'll give you peace that surpasses all understanding. In your weakness, his strength will be made perfect on the inside of you. Listen, we're not telling you have to do it all by yourself. I'm telling you to get with a man who can help you get through it. He's a keeping God. He's a keeping God. Listen, I think about all the times in my life when I really wanted to give up, where I was tired, the times I was suicidal, the times I was having anxiety attacks, the times I was just like, you know what, I'm done. The Lord still kept me. He never turned his back on me. He never said, you know what, you don't want me, forget you, bye. The Lord loves us, and the Lord wants relationship with us. You got to be willing to have a relationship with him. He's a keeping God. He's a covenant keeping God. He won't forsake us. He won't leave us. He'll always be there. And he'll keep you, especially if you want to be kept. That's really it. That's really the message of this video. He's a keeper. When you look throughout the Bible, you look at all these people, even though they were going through trials and even though they were going through testing, the Lord was still keeping them. Joseph was kept, okay? All the things he'd been through slavery, the pit, being lied on, thrown in jail, the Lord kept him. David, as sinful he was, okay? Out of all the things he done did, he had messed up with Bathsheba and that one and this one and that one. The Lord kept him, but you gotta be willing to be kept. Does that mean that the Lord's just gonna look over whatever we do? This gives us an excuse to live the way we want to live? No. God is still a principle God, okay? He still has principles. Hello. But what I'm saying is, when you are willing to be kept, he'll give you the strength to be kept. And even when you run from him, you serve a God that will run after you. Yeah. He's a covenant-keeping God. He's a covenant-keeping God. He's a keeping God. He doesn't lie. He's not like man. His love is unconditional. His love is unconditional. I remember in marriage counseling, my pastor at the time who was doing the marriage counseling with me, my husband said to me, he said, "Why do you love Jay?" And I gave him all these reasons on why I love my husband. And he asked Jay, "Why do you love Micaiah?" And Jay gave all these reasons onto why he loved me. And he said, "You notice in the Bible, God never tells us why he loves us. He just tells us that he does. Because if he was to give a reason why he loved us, that would make his love conditional." When you love unconditionally, that means there's no reason why I love you. I love you because I choose to love you. We serve a God that chooses to love us. We serve a God who sacrificed his son for us. We serve a God who wants to have an intimate relationship with us. We serve a God who wants to foster us. We serve a God who wants to show us our divine purpose. We serve a God who cares about our future, who is the author and finisher of our faith, who knew us before we were formed in our mother's womb. We serve a God who wants to keep you. Hello? We serve that kind of God. So if you've been struggling with, I don't even know if I want to do this, I don't know if I want to be safe, remember this: the Lord is a keeping God, and he will keep you. Even when you are going through the test and the trial, he'll be there. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but what I'm telling you is he'll give you the strength to get through it. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that even though there will be testing, even though there will be trials, even though there will be persecution, God will give you the strength to get through it, and he will keep you in the midst of it. I'm a testimony. He kept me. He kept me. Many people in my life said that by 16 you was going to be pregnant. By 16 I was going to be pregnant. I was going to be doing this and I was going to be doing that. I'm 22. Married to a man of God. Still holding the bloodstained banner. Was a virgin until marriage. Come on. Let's talk about it. The Lord kept me. And the Lord will keep you. Especially if you want him to. You are a covenant-keeping God. You are a covenant-keeping God. We call you Yahweh, covenant-keeping God. You are a covenant-keeping God. He's a keeping God. You gotta believe that. He is a keeping God. And we call him Yahweh. He's a keeping God. You're a keeping God. He's a keeping God. And he'll keep you. Sometimes even when you don't want to be kept. That's it. That's it. I hope this video has helped you. I hope it's encouraged you to keep going, to keep holding the bloodstained banner. And for those who've dropped the bloodstained banner, to pick the bloodstained banner back up. Because he's always going to fight for us. And he'll never leave you nor forsake you. Well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Turn on the post notifications so you'll always be notified when there is a video. Hello. But remember, your flaws plus God equals flawless. And go in peace to love and serve the Lord. Bye.